This is net control for the Gardena Disaster Communications Services Monday Night Net. This emergency communications net is held on this frequency Monday evenings from 1900 till approximately 1925 hours. This is Henry 202 Jim as net control this evening from the City of Hawthorne Emergency Operations Center's radio room. Before we start roll call, is there any emergency traffic for the net? Hearing none, net control will now proceed with messaging and roll call. We would like to remind everyone that Stuart, in the email that he sent out today in the text message, had the Facebook link, which will now be a weekly feature of the net. If you're out of range, you can check in via Facebook if you have that option available to you. I'm going to turn the net over at this point to Staff 1 Stuart for tonight's messages, and then we'll begin check-in.
Good evening, everyone. This is Staff 1 Stuart, Sam Tom Union, Adam Robert Tom, with messages for this evening. As our net control operator, Jim, just mentioned, we're doing a live stream. We're going to try to do it every week. It's on Facebook. I included the link in your text and into the email. If you have a problem getting a hold of it, let me know. I'll see if we can make it a little simpler. We're pretty new at doing this. So the live stream, if you're out of the area, but you can listen, it's worldwide. So if you're out of the area and you listen, I want you to put your information into the comments section. Your name, your call sign, only first name, not last name, and just your name, your location, and just a message for us. And that might be awesome, right? I'm also broadcasting now so other people can hear our net, and I'm hoping to get some folks that are not members interested and to have them also check in the comment section. So I think that might be cool, unless, of course, we get some unruly people and I'll have to lock it down, but I don't think they'll have to. Okay, end of first message. Second message, the CERT, the Tri-City CERT, Gardena CERT, was very busy this weekend. We had a couple events that we did. We had the CERT parade at the Village Mobile Home Park. It's a little car parade with the police officers and their lights and sirens and megaphones and stuff like that. And we went to Village Mobile Home Park and we called out all the folks. And then Cindy and the crew, we did a job of helping people learn about disaster preparedness. It was raining in the beginning, so it was not the best day in the world, but things worked out pretty fine, right? Also, I made a video, and that's on the Gardena Neighborhood Watch Facebook website, so you can see that video. And then on Sunday, there was the Great Jazz Festival put on by the city, and our CERT team worked for the city, manning checkpoints coming in and watching, helping the officers with a little street control with the vehicles and people. And so we were pretty darn busy. And but the CERT team worked Saturday. We worked Sunday for the city, and it was pretty good experience for our CERT team, right? Third message, we have 3 or 4 messages today. Our new disaster services director, manager, coordinator, I always get that a little confused. Our new coordinator, Lieutenant Sergeant, he is off of work for the moment because I understand that they had a new addition to the family, which is really awesome. So we want to congratulate Lieutenant Sergeant on a new addition to the family. He's probably not getting much sleep right now. but that's just the way it seems to go. I think a lot of us have gone through that. So congratulations to Lieutenant Sergeant. Break. Okay, we got a couple of events coming up. Just hold on one second. There is a community cleanup day. I mentioned it last week, the 21st annual Keep Gardena Beautiful, Saturday, September 18th, 8 a.m. to noon. And that's posted or will be posted shortly at Gardena Neighborhood Watch. So Saturday, September 18th, 8 a.m. to noon. And then we have another community cleanup day. And these are different. This is like a disposal thing. And I read that last week. And as it gets a little closer, I'll let you know about that. But that's September 18th on Saturday, 8 to 12. At that one will be Raleigh Memorial Park. So we'll get into that, and I'll send emails, and I'll send the flyer out to everybody. So I think that's about it for tonight. I'm trying to do it as quickly as I can. Remember to check out our Gardena DCS, the Facebook page, for the live stream. Afterwards, it should be available to be listened to. So, okay, with that, I'm going to turn it over to our net control operator for this evening. Again, sorry about that. I timed out. We're at the City of Hawthorne Emergency Operations Center and Hawthorne Cerda, Henry 202. Jim is at the control tonight, so I'm going to pass the mic back over to Jim. And thanks for Jim for doing a good job.
Thank you, Staff 1. We'll start roll call at this point. When your station is called, please respond back with your station ID, your first name, and approximate location. If you have any messages for the net, let us know, but do not pass your message until net control gives you permission. I will now proceed with roll call. LA County DCS, Lomita Sheriff Station. Okay, we believe that was Diana for LA County DCS. We're marking Lomita Sheriff Station as checked in. LA County Fire, Anthony or Elliot?
LA County Fire here, Anthony, Utility 20 coming from you from the City of Gardena, 139 and RDAD.
Thank you, Anthony. Any messages for the net this evening?
Hey, firm. First of all, COVID is still going. The Delta portion of COVID, it's alive and strong. So if you haven't been vaccinated, please don't.
Anthony, could you repeat the part? We did get and heard that COVID is still going strong. Could you repeat after that, please?
Very few. And
we're having trouble hearing you, but we get the message, and we do concur net control, or at least I do, Henry 202, that we all need to remain vigilant and stay ahead of this thing. Thank you for checking in, Anthony. Okay, moving on to City of Gardena leadership. Gardena Mayor Cerda.
This is Mayor Cerda checking in. My Location is 139 in Ardat. And I have no messages for the net.
Thank you, Mayor Cerda. Stuart wanted me to remind you, and I guess everybody else too, that you can go to the Facebook page later and listen to yourself checking in if you'd like to see how you sound. Thank you very much. Councilman Cascanian. One more time for Councilman Cascanian. Councilman Tanaka.
Mayor Pro Tem Tanaka here, approximately 158 in Western. No message for the net.
Thank you, Councilman. Councilwoman Francis.
This is Councilwoman Francis checking in. I'm somewhere near 135th Street in Crenshaw.
Thank you, ma'am. Do you have any messages for the net this evening?
For the net this evening, thank you.
Moving on to the Gardena Police Department at the Gardena PD Watch Commander.
Lieutenant Thompson here. We're at the station.
Good to hear from you, sir. Thank you very much for checking in. Is there anything that you would like to share with the net this evening?
No, nothing.
Moving on with roll call, Gardena PD Captain Osorio. Sergeant Messina. Chief Safel. And Staff 1 previously explained why Lieutenant Sergeant is not available taking care of his new baby. So, Lieutenant Sergeant, are you monitoring tonight? And Officer Dixon. Gardena Valley Baptist Church.
This is Gardena Valley Baptist Church and Gardena CERT 02. Cindy reporting in approximate location Western and Caddington. I have no messages for the church, but I do for CERT, which I will do later.
Copy that, Cindy. We look forward to your messages in a moment. Thank you very much. Village Mobile Home Park, Barbara. Village Mobile Home Park, Elaine. All right, and I know he's here with me, but Staff 1, Stuart.
Good evening, everybody. Yes, this is Staff 1 Stuart. I'm back from the messages. I think it's important that we think that the city council and the police department and Parks and Recs for the Jazz Festival, that was pretty awesome. I know the CERT members were there, were very impressed by it. I don't know if others who were not working that day were there, but we have to thank the city council for putting on this Jazz Festival, and Stephanie Santine from the Parks and Recs, and of course the police department for keeping us safe and actually pulling us in to do some of the volunteer work and trusting us. So, yeah, this is Stuart, Staff 1. I am currently at the Hawthorne EOC, and we just want to thank the city for putting on that great festival and for supporting us at the Saturday Village Mobile Home Park. So, end of message.
Continuing with roll call, staff 3, Mary.
This is Staff 3, Mary Adam Robert Young, approximate location 145th and Gramercy. I had my radio on the wrong channel, so I missed the messages. Anything that I need to know right now?
There was a lot. Do you have access to Facebook?
Yes, I do.
Okay, Stuart has gone high-tech on us, and you can go to the Gardena DCS Facebook page after the net is over, and you can listen to the messages and listen to the check-ins and see how you sound on the net if you'd like to. So go ahead and go to the Facebook page when you get a chance, and you can see the messages there.
That's great. I did listen to last week's Midnet program, and it sounded pretty good. So, all right, thank you. This is Mary, Staff 3.
Sounds good. Staff 4, Dewey. Staff 4, Dewey. George 214, Bill. George 215, Flo. George 216, Deb. George 216, Deb. George 217, the Cascanian family. George 218, Travis.
This is George 218, Travis. I'm approximately at the corner of 165th and Western, and I have no news for the next.
Thank you. George 222, Ray. George 223, Barry. George 223, Barry. George 224, Diane. George 225, Bianca or James. George 236, Wendy or Nick. All right, moving on to Gardena CERT, 01, Jose. Gardena CERT. Gardena CERT 02, Cindy. All right, not sure what's going on there because Cindy did check in for the Gardena Valley Baptist Church and said she had messages. We'll see if she gets back to us. Moving on with roll calls, Gardena CERT 04, Virginia.
This is Gardena CERT 04, Virginia. Victor Ida Robert George Ida Nora Ida Adam. Approximate location 168 Berendo and no message for the net.
Thank you. Gardena CERT 06, Gary.
This is Gardena CERT 06, Gary, George Adam Robert Young. Approximate location, Artesia, Normandy. No messages for tonight's net. That's about it. Thank you.
Thanks, Gary. Gardena CERT 09, Barbara. Gardena CERT 09, Barbara. Gardena CERT 012, Michael. Gardena CERT 012, Michael. I did hear something, but not audible. If you're there, do you want to go ahead and try and check in again, please? No response. Gardena CERT 014, Richard. Gardena CERT 014, Richard. All right, continuing with roll call. Gardena Animal CERT 01, Megan. Gardena CERT, Animal CERT 01, Megan. Hawthorne CERT Henry 201, Dennis.
This is Hawthorne CERT 201, Dennis. Approximate location is Western and Imperial, and I have no messages for the net tonight.
Thank you, Dennis. This is Henry 202, Jim, acting as net control and checking in for myself. Hawthorne CERT Henry 203, Kenny.
This is Hawthorne CERT 203, Kenny, King, Edward, Nora, Edward Young. Approximate location, Vanessa and El Segundo. No messages for the net.
Thank you, Kenny. Hawthorne CERT Henry 221, Sonia. Hawthorne CERT Henry 221, Sonia. Hawthorne Henry 556, Dennis. Okay, are there any late or missed check-ins?
Net Control, this is Gardena CERT 02.
All right, Cindy, CERT 02, good to hear you. I'm not sure what happened a moment ago. You may go ahead with your messages, and if you want to give us your approximate location prior to that, thanks.
Yeah, I think that you dropped out, and then I didn't hear anything. That's probably what happened. Well, anyway, this is Gardena CERT 02, Cindy. Approximate location is Western and Caddington. My two messages are break. I just want to, for the Gardena CERT parade that was at the Village Mobile Home Park in Gardena, I want to thank our Sergeant Messina and Officer Dixon, and also the Barbara Rosales, the Mobile Home Park manager, for allowing us to, just for their support, and just it was a really great parade. Though there wasn't that many people that showed up, but we were able to at least reach some of the residents. Break. I want to thank all the CERT volunteers as well that came out to help. I want to also, second message, I want to thank the Gardena Police Department and Nikki Sweeney from the City of Gardena Recreation Department for inviting us to come out and help. And so we had 11 volunteers, including myself, and it was a really great opportunity to do something that was different from our normal duties. So it went really well. We had good radio operations, and we were there. So it was our first time actually doing something like this. So thank you for all the CERT volunteers that helped. That's the end of my messages. Thank you.
Thank you for those messages, Cindy. Well stated. Once again, are there any late or missed check-ins?
This is George 224 Diane.
Go ahead, George 224.
This is George 224 Diane, David Ida Adam Nora Edwards. My approximate location is 149th and Gramercy, and I'd like to check in also for George 223 Barry, and we have no messages for the net.
Thank you. We've checked both of you in. One more time, are there any late or missed check-ins? Someone did try to check in there one more time for that check-in. Okay, this has been Henry 202 Jim acting as net control operator for tonight's emergency communications team net. A reminder that you can go to the Gardena DCS Facebook page and view tonight's net via that if you'd like to. And you can also, in the future, like we said at the beginning, check in to Stuart anywhere you're at via the Facebook link there. Would like to reiterate what Firefighter Dixon said about being COVID aware and staying ahead of this thing that we're all continuing to fight. Let's all stay safe, and we'll see you next week. We want to thank all operators for participating in this evening's net, and the net is now closed, and the frequency is open for normal communications, and it is 7:30 p.m. Take care, everybody.